question is, what issues come with being with you?
Ah, hell no.
Come on, y'all, come on. No, no, come back up, Quentin. Where did Quentin go?
Boo.
Where did Quentin go?
Damn.
He left.
He doesn't want to hold himself accountable. Where you go,
Come on,
Quentin?
come on back, Q Diddy. Come on back. Come
Oh,
on back
crazy.
to the front of the congregation.
Just for that, you should have to go first.
No, 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 no. This is my question. So here, I'll make it easy for y'all. Let's start with Slimmy. Slimmy, because and the reason that this is because everybody talks about, what a relationship should be like, or we all have our different opinions based off of what we think is the best for the community and stuff. But I think that one of the things that we don't do is we don't explore the other side of it. Like, because even when you hear people talking online a lot of times, and this honestly, this just came up out of the blue. When you hear people talk online a lot of the times, they always talking about what the other person did to cause the argument, or what the other person did.
Never what they
He's
did.
a narcissist, or they wasn't responding to me, and this and that. And so I want to start it off different by, we don't have to say everything, or we don't have to go deep if y'all don't want to, or nothing like that. But I think it's a good question. What issues come with being with you? Because we all probably have something uniquely interesting about us that may not necessarily be so ideal, right? Slimmy, what do you think is an issue? It's kind of like an interview question. Hey, what did you do wrong on your last job, right? Slimmy, what do you think is an issue that a woman may have difficulty dealing with if she was to get in a relationship with you?
Trying to convince me that you the only woman that I should be with.
Hmm.
I mean, like, how you gonna do that? What value do you really offer for me that I should not talk to anyone else but solely you? Also, I'm very stubborn. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm not going for no rainbow, nothing, none of that shit. I ain't going for none of that. I ain't playing them games. So if that's what you into, just go ahead and keep it moving, because I'm not supporting no wild groups, no wild shit. Like I'm not bending on that shit. Certain things I'm just not bending on. And it ain't no convincing me to do nothing else. No other way. Because the moment that you bend at all, that's when you allow all this other shit to come into your life. I'm not doing it. So if you on some teetering on straight people and homosexuality, you might as well go over there. Cause I'm not changing on that shit, man. I'm not fucking with nobody who into that shit. Like, it's just not for me. It's too many agendas, and I'm not fucking around. I'm not bending the knee to no agendas. Shit, y'all barely could get me to talk about these politicians. I don't fuck with them at all. Just being honest. But like, I'm cool, man. So you gotta convince me that you're that valuable, that you're the only person that I should talk to. That's I don't know, man.
That's a pretty big issue, I think. What do
Yeah,
you
that's major.
what do you think,
Major.
Molly, about Slimmy's issue? If a woman was to ever try to talk to him and get into a relationship.
I'm trying to figure out how I can word it. So, in I guess just feeling like being a woman, how would I have to prove myself without like, I don't know, it just sounds like you would expect her to jump through hoops instead of kind of knowing for yourself if she has value in your life based off of what she's doing and like the position she's playing. I just feel like if she's valuable to you, you would just know. She wouldn't have to be working on hard to prove it.
Now, they
The
say you have
fact
to
that
work to prove
if
it.
you can't see it right off the bat without her having to tell you or going out of her way to show you, I feel like you just kind of know right there it's not the right pick.
So she's saying that if you don't recognize that she the type of woman that, and correct me if I'm wrong, if she doesn't recognize that you're the type of woman that if you don't recognize that she the type of woman that you would pick and be faithful to, then she don't think that it's anything that a woman could do to actually convince you.
I think
Yes.
it don't necessarily got to be anything that she could say, or you know the right one when they come along. You know the right one.
I don't know, Sonny. I think you pretty much set in your ways.
I mean, most women are too. Shit, they don't change.
Do
Most
you like
women,
younger women? Like 20-ish, under 30?
not under 20. I didn't talk to some 20-year-olds. That don't be working out, man.
That's crazy because it seemed like you would be more suited for somebody young and kind of like fresh and new.
Why you think that?
It's just your expectations. It's like, I don't know if an older woman could meet those expectations. Seem like it's somebody with younger, no baggage, not too many boyfriends previously. Like, you got some
Hmm?
standards.
Not too many boyfriends. What you mean?
Like not too many relationships that she's in.
Somebody who would, yeah, like pique your trust issues or something like that.
That's gonna be on me. That's not gonna be on that woman. Can't no woman. No, a woman can't change me. I gotta want to
Yeah,
change for the
okay.
woman. That's what I'm saying. Like I have to want to change for this woman. Like it. Like in order for me to trust more, it's on me, not a woman. It's on me.
Right. I agree.
But I
That's how
have
I
to.
see it too.
I have to see something in you to want to do that.
So isn't
It's
that on her? Aren't you putting that on her then? If you have to see something
no.
in her for you to want to change?
So in relationships, in order to get in a relationship, it's a 50-50 thing, right? You have to be able to show that you have value, but you also have to be able to let your guards down in order for someone to show you that.
Hmm.
Everybody don't bring something to the table like right away where you just like, okay, well, this is gonna be a good fit for me. Right away.
How long
It's
do you
hard to
think it
find that
takes,
shit out.
Sonny? How
Huh?
long do you think it takes?
I think it could take about 6-7 months, 6 to 8 months before you like really start realizing who's for you. You're gonna be like, okay, that's a little different. That's a little different. But then at that point, now you got to realize, are they running game? Is it a facade? That's where your discernment come in.
What about
But
just meeting their family and kind of using that as a cheat code to see their background or what they might be about instead of waiting like 6, 7, 8 months?
you gonna meet their family right away?
It wouldn't have to be
What you mean, like going
six,
to a
seven, eight.
cookout like
I mean,
that?
if you were serious about that person, it seems like you wouldn't want to know what background they come from instead of like be waiting and like trial and error.
Yeah, you got to know about their family. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how soon you find out about somebody's family though. I don't know the timeline on that. That's just something that I just don't know. So I meet people's family, they be cool as fuck. Sometimes I don't, you know. And then if I see certain things in the family, I'm just gonna just slide, you know.
All right, let me move to the next person. Quentin, what issue or issues may come with being in a relationship with you?
How long this live stream gonna be tonight?
It don't have to be. It don't have to be a lot. It could just be one or two.
um,
Give me one thing. Give me one good thing.
I don't put up with shit
What
at
does that mean?
all, and I don't show grace at all.
I could see that.
And
I could see
and
that.
I won't. And I thought about this. and I'm not like I'm not for woman correction. I just make a mental note, and if you think it's okay, I keep it pushing. I move along.
Mm.
So there's one, and then my sexual appetite is going to be number two. If take the freakiest nigga you know in your life and add me to the top. um and then just like I've gotten better at time, but like I used to be like toxic, like I ain't leaving until some shit hit the fan type of shit. Type of thing. But it's real hard to walk away when I think it's hard for most people to just like when you it's just don't it's not working out and you just walk away because it ain't working out. And I'm the kind of dude that's like, nigga, it's gonna have to be some knockdown, drag out stuff for I ain't just walking away for some good. If I can hang out for a little bit.
All right. Let me switch over to Molly real quick. Molly, what's an issue that comes with being well, first of all, hold on. I gotta do Quentin the same way.
Ah shit.
Carrie, what do you think about Quentin's statement and saying that he has a low tolerance for bullshit, and when he walk away, he just completely cut you off? What do you think about that?
Um, I think that that's a little troublesome because I doubt that he wants the woman to respond to him like that with what she might consider to be intolerables from him to her. Because Quentin doesn't come across like he wants the girl to be like, man, you was doing this, I'm out, I'm done. So it doesn't seem like he would want that in return.
But you have to realize like I tolerate a lot. So the
You
intolerable is
well, and you, I will say you're interesting because on one hand you do show that you can go from like 0 to 100 like that. Like I don't feel like dealing with any of this nonsense. But I agree. You also show that you're very tolerant. So it's that would probably be the hardest part to the woman is like the predictability of that.
I get that a
Like,
lot.
how do I know if I'm
You're not
crossing that
predictable.
I'm done line? Because yesterday it was okay and today he's gone. So
I've been told that I'm unpredictable quite a lot. Yep.
All right. Molly, what is an issue that can come with being in a relationship with you?
I think for the average person, it could probably be between availability and I don't want to say me not caring because I care,
Mhm.
but I guess being, I don't, maybe a little emotionally aloof. I'm not going to be super clingy. I'm not going to be calling you all the time. And I know some people need that to validate them and feel more secure. So if you're super insecure and you need somebody all the time, it wouldn't be me.
You and Slimmy got a similar kind of personality to me. You might be like a female version of Slimmy.
Maybe.
Quentin, what do you see as an issue? What do you think about what Molly just said?
I think there's a guy that's down for that. I don't think it's the biggest issue she like you know there's a subset of men that they rock with it. They don't want no clingy chick. So I don't really see it as a problem.
All right, all right.
It'll be a problem for me because I'm trying to cuddle.
Yeah, I've never known somebody who didn't comment about it. Either didn't feel like I was emotionally available enough or just with my time willing to just be available all the time. I like my space. Maybe I'm a little narcissistic because I just really, really, really enjoy being with myself. So if we're doing something together, it has to bring like value to me, or it has to be something worth me stopping what I'm doing to go do that with you.
Nope. I'm trying to hold your hand. I'm trying to go to the park. You know, I want you to sit in my pocket while we watch TV on the couch.
And that could happen sometimes, but if it's like a all the time,
I love you, Molly.
Mm,
no.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Carrie, Carrie, give me an issue that comes with being with you.
I would say one is I can be really over analytical. I can um I can overthink a lot of things for myself
Hmm.
and overthink situations. So sometimes that is like, hey, can you just chill out? Can you just calm down and just just relax? Um, I think that also leads me into being less of the person who is like, just come talk to me and I'll listen. I'm very if you talk to me about a problem, I'm like, all right, so what's the solution? Like, let's think this through. And I can see where sometimes that might come across as I don't need you to do all that for me. I need you to just listen and then stop, like be quiet. Um, I'm very hard on myself, and I think that that causes me to be hard on others sometimes, maybe too not it's not judgy, but like you're not doing it right or you're not doing it good enough or you know what I'm saying, like kind of letting others walk their road,
Hmm.
but I'm hard on my own road. Um what else? I think also just kind of learning to lead with more gentleness and grace. And I think I've gotten way better, but I do recognize that like innately I have a strong masculine, I won't call it energy, but my father's coaching and teaching, I recognize is very strong in me. So I have
Mm.
to be really intentional to chill it out and just kind of diet down some.
Slimmy, what do you think about what Carrie just said?
I think it would be problematic for some men, not all. I just think it just depends on how you go about things. Some men are gonna like that, and some men are. I just think you got to do everything in moderation. So if you're gonna be somewhat masculine, and I guess that's in debates, I guess, or figuring things out, I think you're gonna have to be extremely feminine and everything else, which I think Carrie is pretty much extremely feminine. I mean, she's married, so obviously she has some feminine qualities. Even though it seems she's gonna challenge you, and a man might not like that challenge all the time. They might get annoyed.
So you think it take a certain type of guy to deal with Carrie?
Yeah, because honestly, if you end up with the wrong one, that shit could lead to DV. The way Carrie, the way Carrie challenged, man, that shit could that shit could go left.
Oh, she.
But no, for real, like I mean, like it's that could be hard to deal with, but the end results of a woman like that challenging you is gonna have you up here. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just constantly, you're not gonna be able to be complacent with somebody like Carrie.
Yeah.
She's gonna be challenging you to be better, even if it's just in your train of thought and the way you think. So yeah, every man's not gonna go for that because I think a lot of men are weak minded, honestly. So they're not gonna be able to tolerate that. I think it's gonna take the right kind of man. It's gonna be a man that's a natural born leader. A natural born leader is able to accept challenges, and they're able to take that challenge and then use it and apply it, and then they're able to use that for guidance. You know, and they can use that to guide her. ultimately. So it takes a certain type of man, but at the end of the day, that man will become better than he is.
All right, I like that. Got some very intelligent people on the panel. Let me read the super chats, and then we'll go over to the next subject.
You don't answer your
Only
own
Carrie will be the one
icebreaker.
to point that shit out. Only Carrie will point that out. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to hear the answer.
Um, I think I don't know. Some women could probably. Rita will tell you that it takes a lot to deal with me. That you would have to be a very, very strong woman, and you would have to also be a woman that's okay with me being gone a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I require a lot of women once they cross a certain threshold in my life. And we don't even have to be in a relationship, but once you cross a certain threshold, I have a lot. I have a slot women, right? Once they cross a certain line, then I expect a whole lot of them, or I don't like them no more. I don't know if that makes sense.
You said once you slot women, and once they what
Once they cross
once
a
they went
certain
out.
line, like once they cross a certain line of admiration in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
then um, I like take a possessive thing of them, and if they disappoint me, then I don't like them no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like I could meet you where you are. Like let's just say you a girl or whatever, a regular whatever, and let's say you just a cool person. And I'm like, oh, okay, they dope or whatever. But once you cross a certain threshold, then I have a higher expectation of you. And if you step outside of the expectation, and I don't like you no more. Like you could be, I could never want to see. I don't give a fuck if you dead to me and none of that stuff. Like if I have to turn on, because I love hard, like I love really, really a whole lot. But if I turn cold on you, then you pretty much dead to me. Like I don't ever have to see you again, ever. And like I'm the type of person that could forget about you tomorrow, or I could love you to death. But I have to cut you off, or else I'm gonna love you too much, and I'm gonna have high expectations of you. So
And is
I'm
that
very toxic. Like I'm very, very toxic. I'm a very toxic person.
is that
Well,
if
I
they
don't think
did
I'm
something to
toxic, but
you?
that's what
Or
I've been described as. I don't think that I'm toxic, but that's what I'm described as.
So
I
I
think
think
that
I'm like the broke Anton.
I was gonna say cut off like how Quinton said.
like I'm very like I believe that like good sex could fix a lot of things in a relationship. Like I'll give you an example. I'm very closed off. Like I'm not like I don't share my feelings, or I don't, if a woman ever asks me what's wrong or what's going on with you, I'm always gonna be, oh no, I'm cool, I'm whatever, so on and so forth. But you can get that shit out of me when we having sex.
That 10 seconds before you bust, and you it's a wrap.
Like if you ask me what I really feel about you, or if you asking me what's going on with me, mid session, I'm very vulnerable in that moment. Like I love hard. I love very, very hard.
Oh man.
Mhm.
I'm toxic. I am. I'm very
Sounds
toxic.
good. Sounds
Very,
good.
very toxic. But it's a good toxic because it's like it feel good, and then it could feel bad, and then it could feel good again.
Women don't like roller coasters.
Yes, they do. They love that shit. They love that shit. Most women don't feel like you love them unless you put them through a roller coaster, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that. Well then,
Damn.
So yeah, I'm very toxic. There you go, Carrie. Only person I probably love unconditionally is probably my daughter. That's it. But if she was to ever cross a line, I would cut her off too.
Shit, my daughter crossed the line today. I was like, God, dog. She
Like
calls me.
you could hurt my feelings. Like you could really hurt my feelings, and I'd be hurt. I'd be hurt. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I can't believe that.
Can your feelings get hurt easily?
Who mine?
Mm-hmm.
From a person that I like, yeah. From people that I don't like on the internet and shit, no. Like, no, I don't give a fuck about that. I revel in that. Like, I like it when people talk shit because it motivate me or it's fun and stuff like that. It's like a sparring session. But like,
no, like
if you're
people
close
that
to me,
you
could y'all hurt me? Absolutely.
really.
Yes, you could break my heart. You could absolutely break my heart, Carrie. 100%. You could break my heart. Like I could feel something in my heart, like feel a true sadness about you. You could absolutely break my heart. Break my heart.
Oh, when Slimmy called me a bitch ass, I cried myself to sleep.
Oh, but it's only because you've already crossed the line in how I feel about you. I got higher expectations for you than I have for a regular person. I don't slot you the same as I slot a regular person. Everybody on this panel could break my heart. Absolutely. If anything was to happen to any of y'all, I would absolutely be in shambles. I would break down. But like if something happened to a regular person, or if I just know them or they just passing, I wouldn't trip about it. I'd be like, oh damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I would just keep it moving. It wouldn't be no big deal. If something was happen to y'all, I would be absolutely hurt. 100% I would be hurt. You see what I'm saying now?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Same here, Anton.
Yeah,
right.
seriously,
That's so
because
sweet.
like I look at y'all as more than just people that I work with or something like that. I look at y'all like I actually care about y'all well-being. And that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you can't care about somebody's well-being and then can't get hurt by them because
Yeah.
you open yourself up. That's a level of vulnerability that you know what I'm saying, that you've created. So now y'all mean more to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's an Aries thing.
Yeah, it is. And so I do. I love hard because I actually want the best for people.
I don't think like when people hurt me, like I just like sit in my thoughts by myself.
That's
I don't
emotional.
yeah, I don't bring it to their attention. I just see that they did it and then I let it sit back here. And I just kind of deal with it by myself. I probably should say something, but I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah. I think we all, honestly,
Yeah, I kind of do that.
as human beings, I think we all interconnected in a lot of ways that we don't like to acknowledge. I do. I think we all interconnected, and so we condition ourselves to be a certain way based off of our life experiences, and we don't ever heal from that shit, and that should affect the way that we go into relationships in the future. And that could be whether it's friendships, whether it's business relationships or personal relationships. I think we humans and we all interconnected, and sometimes that we got to turn it on and off in order to be successful. Like in the business community, you kind of got to be cutthroat a little bit in order to like get past certain levels and stuff like that. But ultimately, I think we are interconnected, and we don't really recognize that, but it's true. Like we interdependent on each other in order to be successful.
Yeah. I think a lot of people try to downplay that though, because they don't want to feel like they're reliant on other folks
Yeah.
emotionally to get past certain situations. Just in general, like I think people they try to downplay that, or they just flat out lie about it.
Yeah.
You need other human beings.